Hello, my name is Jill Bowen, CEO of Northwestern Medical Center and your host of the NMC Health Beat Show, which is dedicated to discussing important healthcare topics of interest to our community. Guess who's back? We've got Tyson Moulton, NMC's Director of Facilities, and once again we're going to be discussing the campus construction. There's a lot going on, so today we're going to discuss the opening of our addition to our inpatient unit, as well as our new building for our medical clinic. So, Tyson, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're a frequent one here, but we're glad to have you because there's so much going on the campus, and it seems like it's moving every day, and being there every day, you can see changes. So.
Absolutely.
So, most recently, not too long ago, we opened up the front entrance. So how's that being received? Have you got any word on that?
Oh yeah. It's really been a positive reception on the main lobby. The space turned out really well. It's a beautiful space. We were able to really open up the lobby, and it creates just an inviting space. It creates better wayfinding. People are able to see more things. It was kind of boxed off before. There were a lot of interior walls, as well as a warm palette for all the finishes. We have some stone in there, some natural finishes, and also that fireplace, which has been really nice on cold winter days, as well as the expanded gift shop. It's been really great for the auxiliary to have more space, and people really enjoy the gift shop. So all in all, it's been an excellent transition, and it all that much sweeter since we were 6 months coming in through the conference center, and so it was really great to be able to get back to our normal main entrance.
And we're so grateful to the community for working with us on that, because it was a lot more steps getting where you wanted to go. But.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a lot. It was different, obviously, for people, and it was a little bit further away from services. But the community was so gracious in the way that we worked through it together.
Well, certainly you and your team and Kate Laddison, did a wonderful job, and just letting folks know where to go and what to expect, and the communication was really exceptional.
Absolutely, and let's not forget the volunteers who really helped people find their way.
They took a lot more steps too.
Exactly, couldn't have done it without them.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So soon we're going to be thinking about the inpatient unit and that new addition that we've been watching develop in the back of our campus. So tell us a little bit about that and where we're at and what it entails.
Yeah, so the inpatient project is really in two phases. The first is an addition onto the north end of the existing medical surgical unit. And then the second phase is a renovation of the existing medical surgical unit. So what we're getting to the end of right now is that addition portion. And so what that includes is it's all part of our journey to all private rooms. So the addition is 20 new private patient rooms. So these will be larger rooms that also include a family zone in the room. So there'll be additional features in that room, so that it'll be better for the patient, obviously, better for infection prevention, better for just in general in healing. There's a lot of benefits to having private rooms.
Yeah. So how are you planning? This is ICU and med-surg.
That's right.
Coming together. So is there a differentiation of the rooms? Or how will that play out if it's all going to be one big unit?
Yeah, so when you look at both of the phases, the addition and then the renovation, ultimately we're turning all of the rooms into private rooms. So the renovation will include 14 private rooms. So those are 14 existing rooms that'll be renovated to be private rooms. And the way we function right now is we have two separate units for ICU and medical surgical. And the goal going forward is that we have one progressive care unit, so that we're taking care of all of our acuities in a single unit. The way that we're achieving that is we're actually creating a number of ICU rooms within this unit. So it's actually there's 10 rooms in the new addition that will be ICU rooms, but there'll be a section of it, but it won't be a separate unit, so that it'll all be run as one unit. In that mix, there will also be 2 bariatric capable rooms, as well as 2 new isolation rooms.
Great. Sounds pretty comprehensive.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I have this vision of this wing new area being open.
Yes.
And we're renovating
Yes.
the existing, and that's sort of, you have to go to the existing to get to the new. So what's this going to look like once we open that and need to renovate this? So how do we get patients to where they need to go?
Yeah.
And families, for that matter.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for anyone who's familiar with the way our existing med-surg wing is set up in relation to our new med-surg wing is built right off the end of the existing. So if we shut that down when we renovate, it complicates that path through.
Right.
So the way that we're getting around that is we're actually building a temporary corridor that will go on the west side of the med-surg, the existing med-surg unit. So it'll be a normal finished corridor, and that's how people are going to access. That's how everyone's going to access the new wing while the existing wing is under renovation. So obviously it'll be a little bit more. It won't be quite as obvious as the wayfinding right now, but we'll do good signage, and again, it'll be temporary. You'll come into the existing ICU a little bit. We'll actually convert a patient room to a hallway ultimately that you'll pass through, and then it'll come into the new wing. So that'll be how we get all of our traffic through for the duration of that renovation period.
Wow, that seems complicated.
Well,
how did you prepare for that?
Well, when we were going through the design process, we looked at a lot of different options for how do we renovate a space that is required for traffic to come through. And we looked at doing half of the wing and keeping traffic through the other half. We looked at basically creating a tunnel and renovating around it. And all of those were actually added cost and time to the project. And we found that building a temporary exterior corridor was actually cheaper. And it was going to provide for a better experience. If you could imagine going through, a finished tunnel with construction going on all around you, it would be fairly loud, and so we wanted to just remove the public from all of that construction work.
Wow. So for the public, you will come in the front entrance still, and then you will be assisted or escorted to get to this walk around.
The path will be ultimately the same. So you'll come in the main entrance, you'll walk down the main hallway, you'll take a left at the purple hallway.
Oh yes, the purple wall.
The purple wall, right. Take a left at the purple wall.
The purple wall.
And then normally you'd walk straight down that hallway and you'd take a right onto either of the corridors that go down the med-surg wing. Now you'll go past that, and there'll be signage that will lead you into the what was our intensive care unit, and you'll take a right into the new hallway that will take you all the way down to the new med-surg.
Okay.
So there'll be wayfinding. There'll also be those wonderful volunteers to help you find your way, so you'll still be able to get there for sure.
And then that renovation will take a few months, I expect.
Yeah, we're expecting to be complete sometime in October. So yeah, it'll be about 5-6 months for that renovation to take place.
Wow, it's exciting.
It is,
A lot going
is.
on.
Yes.
And also around the same time as we make this transition, the medical clinics. Will be, because the lobby will even look a little bit different when you come in, correct? So maybe just spend a few moments on that, since the timing is so close to turning over that inpatient area.
Yeah. So the medical clinics building is a new addition to the main hospital. It's on the south face, kind of right to the right side of the entrance as you come in. It's formerly where cardiology pulmonology was. There's a little 2,000 square foot bump out right there, and actually it's where cardiology pulmonology is going back. So as you walk into the building right now, there's a wall on the right-hand side. That's actually a temporary wall. So that will be coming down. There'll be new registration booths right there so that as you come in, you have everything that you need. You have registration on your right, you have the information desk on your left. You'll be able to get any information that you need right there, and it'll all be visible. There'll also be a hallway that will head down to the medical clinics building.
Okay.
Now, in the medical clinics building, like I mentioned, we'll have cardiology and pulmonology. We'll also have space for specialty clinics. So these would be rotating clinics that the community may not need full time, but needs 1 day a week, 1 day a month. Things like endocrinology, things like neurology, allergists. The list is really yet to be determined, but we are working on bringing those specialties in, and also a space in the hospital for OBGYN. So those are the services that will be in that space, and that space will be turning over sometime in early to mid-April.
Wow. Well, a lot for you to juggle.
Yeah.
You got kind of both ends going on
Yeah.
at the same time.
Absolutely, but it's exciting for it all to be coming together and really be, we've the hospital's been under construction for almost a year now. And so it's really great for it to see some of this come together, and for our community really to be able to get the benefit of what we've been working towards. So so it's really a wonderful time. A lot of planning going on, but really great.
Super, super. So when you, the campus obviously is this huge structure, so that's not the medical clinics we're talking about.
Right.
So maybe give a little bit on what that is as well.
Sure. Yeah, the kind of the most visually eye-catching piece of this project has been that medical office building. And so that's the two-story building that's right there adjacent to Crest Road as you pull in. It's kind of all you can see when you come in. And so that's a two-story medical office building. The first floor will have orthopedics coming over from Doctor's Office Commons, primary care coming down from Cobblestone, and urgent care also coming down from Cobblestone. And those will all be on the first floor. The second floor will be shell space, so really building for the future. It's always cheaper to build it when you're building the floor below it. So building that space now, knowing that we're going to need it in the future. And then just as if you continue past the medical office building, that's where the medical clinics building will be. So you can get to that space actually when the medical office building opens, through the medical office building or through the main entrance to the hospital.
Great, thank you. I know that when we opened that front lobby, I think some folks thought that maybe the lab was coming back into that front lobby.
That's right.
So that is still in a temporary space, and where will that end up? Because I think that's a question that folks have.
Yeah, absolutely. So
it's a busy place.
Yeah, the lab is definitely a busy place. So the lab is currently in Doctor's Office Commons. So that's as you pull onto Crest Road, it's off to your right, and it's in the first building. It's actually the first suite in the first building. So that's where lab is right now in its temporary location. It is going to come back to the medical office building, so that won't be until July timeframe, and that will be its permanent location. So for right now, if you need to have lab work done, you're still going to Doctor's Office Commons. But come summer, that will be in the brand new medical office building.
Excellent, great, and the parking will all be kind of redesigned out in front. So
yes, absolutely.
Excellent, great. Well, we've run out of time, as we always do. So guess what? You're going to have to come back. There's more story to tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you very much. You're doing an amazing job leading. I know you got a great team, and things seem to be going well. So thank you very much for your leadership on this project.
Well, it's been my pleasure, and it's been great to have PC Construction and Morris Switzer Architects helping us through this process. Really couldn't have done it without them.
Exactly. And we'll get a chance to celebrate later this year, right?
Absolutely.
Great, thank you. I'm Jill Bowen, CEO of Northwestern Medical Center, and your host today. There's a lot of great things going on at Northwestern Medical Center, and if you haven't seen the lobby, stop by. It's absolutely beautiful, and there'll be much more to come this spring. Thank you for joining us.